June 1st, 2009. 2 hours past midnight, high above the Atlantic Ocean, an Airbus A330 is making its overnight journey from Rio de Janeiro to Paris. 228 people are on board, most of them asleep. The cabin quiet, the sky outside black and alive with storm clouds. In just a few minutes, this flight will disappear from radar, and investigators will spend years trying to understand why. This is the story of Air France. Flight 447, a moment that changed modern aviation. The aircraft is flying through the Intertropical Convergence Zone, a region known for towering thunderstorms. Inside the cockpit, the autopilot is holding steady engines, smooth. Altitude perfect, nothing unusual, but outside, tiny ice crystals are forming in the cold upper atmosphere, invisible to the eye, small enough to be harmless, yet dangerous enough to disturb a critical part of the aircraft. At 2:10, the pitot tubes begin to freeze. These small sensors control the airspeed readings, and when they clog, the instruments stop making sense. The autopilot disconnects. Warnings echo through the cockpit. In an instant, calm turns into confusion. The nose begins to rise. The aircraft starts to lose speed. But in the darkness, with no horizon and inconsistent data, the crew cannot see the danger building. One pilot pulls back, lifting the nose even higher. The A330 enters an aerodynamic stall. Instead of flying forward, it begins to fall. For more than 3 minutes, the aircraft descends through the storm. The stall warning sounds, then stops, then sounds again. The instruments conflict. Altitude is dropping fast. The ocean is invisible below, and the crew is fighting for clarity in a cockpit full of alarms. The airplane is now losing altitude at over 10,000 feet per minute, falling through black clouds with almost no control. At 2:14, Air France Flight 447 impacts the Atlantic Ocean. There are no survivors. The wreckage sinks nearly 4,000 meters to the seafloor. For almost 2 years, the aircraft's black boxes remain hidden deep in the ocean. But when they are finally recovered, the truth becomes clear. The frozen pitot tubes caused a sudden loss of airspeed data. The autopilot disengaged, and the aircraft entered a stall that the crew never recognized. Inexperience with high-altitude manual flying, confusing warnings, and the violent storm all played a part in the tragedy. The legacy of this accident reshaped aviation. Training programs were rewritten. New pitot tubes were installed across fleets, and pilots around the world now train more intensively for high-altitude stall recovery. The loss of Flight 447 became one of aviation's most important lessons, a reminder that even the most advanced aircraft can be vulnerable. When moments of confusion stack together in the dark skies over the ocean,